Hi, Mr. X with glossary term factor, the verb. It means to divide something into component parts or factors. We break it down into its component pieces with respect to multiplication. That's what we call factoring. It's a verb, to factor. We might ask, what are the prime factors of 72? Sometimes we call this a factor tree. Is 9 times 8. We know 9 times 8 is 72, but we could break the 9 into 3 times 3. We can put little multiplication dots here to remind us what we're doing. So 3 times 3 times 8 should be the same as 72, and it is. Now let's break our 8 into 4 times 2, and we're almost there. So we need to break this 4 into 2 times 2 as well to get our prime factors. Turns out 72 is equal to 3 times 3 times 2 times 2 times 2. Well, it's still 9 times 8. We could also write it like that. What if you said, okay, I know 72 is equal to 36 times 2? What if you knew that? Well, that's fine. Then you break your 36 into 6 times 6. Then each 6 is 2 times 3. Don't forget the 2 that's here. So we still get 2 times 3 times 2 times 3 times 2. Well, that's the same thing. Now, those are prime factors. The process of breaking the 72 down was called factoring. I would be remiss if I did not look at quadratic factoring that we math teachers yammer about all the time. Now, if we started with this quadratic, we could factor it into these two binomials because they're equivalent. If we started with these two binomials and multiplied them together, we would get this trinomial quadratic. So, we have to be able to go both ways in algebra. And if you started with this quadratic, 2x squared plus 3x minus 35, you could factor it into these two binomials because they are equivalent. This is the same as this. When we go from the trinomial to the two binomials, we call that factoring. Learn the language of mathematics at MrXmath.com.